ushiyano bani
Wasungele zumuzi weni doda Owako wa ushiyano bani Wasungele zumuzi weni doda Owako wa ushiyano bani Wasungele zumuzi weni doda Owako wa ushiyano bani
As far as I know, I'm here in America, and I'll never be here in America if I came here to enjoy. I came here for the very same thing, that I'm fighting for my country. Actually, I'm not fighting, you know, but I'm telling the people how we live and how we've been oppressed. So we need some help, each and everyone who can help. You want the world to know you are a human being.
Theatre in South Africa at the moment plays a very important role because, again, we don't read a lot in the newspapers about what is happening in South Africa. Inside South Africa, the newspapers cannot report everything that they want to report about. So theatre at this point in time has become the only voice left.
Amen.
Amandla!
The idea of sarafina comes from children, the spirit of the children in the townships, that the resilience and the fact that with all what is happening, but they have this one spirit and this one goal. No matter what happens, they will win the country back. And the liberation in South Africa today is really in the hands of the children. They are the forefront of the struggle.
We should be going in about 5 minutes, so this is your 5-minute call. This is your 5-minute call.
Here we go.
I was born in a village where the cows go crazy and their sheep come along where their people. Who are the people called? Who are my men? When you hear me talk this way, I come from man's land, from the land of their beauty. Out to the moon. Sekukhono kuzangale Amatotiani Sekukhono kuzangale Amatotiani I can see it's coming from the mountain. I can see it's coming from the mountain. I can see it's coming from the mountain.
Okay, quiet. I want this word to live with you forever.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say to you now, and I want it to be engraved in your memory. Uti, you are not doing this show simply because you are just a bunch of savages, of barbarians who know nothing about their own lives. You understand?
Yeah.
If that is the point, then there's no reason for you to be in this show. South African Embassy has ambassadors here. Ambassadors are people who speak for them. The black people in South Africa don't have an embassy here. They don't have ambassadors, so you are there. This is the embassy and you are their ambassadors.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So if you say you don't know anything, what kind of an ambassador are you?
My father used to, when we were eating supper at home, he used to talk to us and tell us everything about South Africa, what is happening, and tell us to keep quiet, not to talk. He only tell us to know the truth about South Africa and what is happening, that's all. That time I was not in the shop. I'm safe now because I'm in the stage. He didn't know that I was going to be on the stage. He thought I was going to be meetings or something like that in South Africa, and then they going to arrest me.
Freedom!
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 Freedom! Freedom! One. I auditioned a lot of people, about 700 kids. And then in time, those that I chose, I had to drive around with them in the city, go to the beat, and we'd just play together. And bit by bit, I would begin to understand their personal characters and see if this one is suitable for this role. After auditions, we lived in my house for the first 3 months. It was madness. Over 30 people in one little 5-room house. The approach of actors living together as a family was always exciting to me, because when people really know one another, it shows on the stage, because they become a family on stage.
The hardest thing for me to learn, it was how to be on stage. How to say a line so that the people can hear you, can understand what I'm trying to say. How to communicate with each other on stage. I was very tired for the first day. All these parts, I feel pain. I always cry because all these parts. But as the time goes on, everything was okay. When you saw him coming,
sweep the floor like
even when you are cooking.
Even when you are cooking, do, re, hum. He will tell you, breathe before you sing, and you go. And you'll tell yourself sometimes that I'm doing the right thing. And the director is looking at you. He doesn't see what he wants. And he will tell you no. And you feel, but I've done the right thing. What does this man want? And you feel like telling him, okay, let's call it a day. Let's forget, because I think I haven't got what you want.
He says to me, I must open my jaw up. And I said to him, when I think I've got a problem, this thing me is too small. And he said, no, Dumsani, try, keep on trying. It's gonna be good. And I open it, and now it's too big now. So it was a good time, having a good time, because we're trying to learn each other, to understand each other, how to behave. So now we're like a family.
Sarafina, when it's up in the way, it's up. Body temperature begins to rise. Sarafina, Sarafina, you're the one. Sarafina, when you walk in the way you walk, respiration comes and smoke cover me. Going down me slowly. Sarafina, Sarafina, you're the one. Sarafina, Sarafina, you're the one. Sarafina, Sarafina, please don't run away from me. I love you, Sarafina. I love you, Sarafina. Sarafina, Sarafina, please don't run away from me. I love you, Sarafina. I love you, Sarafina. Sarafina, 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 mama yo. Sarafina, please don't run away from me. I love you, Sarafina. I love you, Sarafina. Sarafina, please don't run away from me.
My name is Pat Mlaba. Say it with excitement, say it in character.
My name is Pat Mlaba, a former student of Morris Isaacson High School of Education in Soweto. But anyway...
Okay, now. Now, Morris is a new word. These people have never heard of Morris Isaacson. So you have to say, my name is Pat Mlaba, a former student of Morris Isaacson High School of Education in Soweto. But anyway, hey, a lot of people know me by my nickname, Colgate, because of my white teeth. You know what I'm saying? You have to find ways of making your thing clear, but at the same time accepted. You rush them. As a result, we don't get the nuances, especially for those old ladies on Broadway. I don't want people not to understand me. I want you to have that energy, but slow down. Everything that I taught you, breathe, everything, focus, think, believe. Don't just do it, believe.
My name is Pat Mlaba, a former student of Morris Isaacson High School of Education in Soweto. But anyway, a lot of people know me by my nickname, Colgate, because of my white teeth. I used to fight over that name, but the more I fought, the more popular it became. In the meetings, rallies, wherever you go, that was the name. I was so surprised when members of the secret branch of police came and asked for Colgate. They even had my photographs, 5 of them, all with that smile, which is a killer for women.
In Africa, we've gone through that extent that even if there's a death,
The black laughter.
but you always smile.
No matter how hard it is,
Yeah, it's hard.
it's
hard.
smile, because even if you cry, it doesn't help. So the better thing to do is to smile no matter how hard it is. So we're used to that. We laugh even if there's somebody who's dead. We smile. He's dead already. We can't wake him up.
Morris Isaacson is one of the most popular schools in the black townships because of its reputation with political activities. Remember, this is where the 1976 Soweto uprisings were born. The student leader, C.S. Mashining, was here, and the other leaders like Kozo were here. It all happened here in this school.
They made the language Afrikaans, which is the white man's language in that country, an official language, first of all, and secondly, that every subject should be in Afrikaans. So everything that was in English, they wanted it to be in Afrikaans. And the kids said, how could we learn Afrikaans? How are we going to communicate with the rest of the world if we don't know English? If we have to do mathematics in Afrikaans, history in Afrikaans, and all the biology, physical science, you name it, in Afrikaans, where if I want to go to Oxford University, what's going to happen to me?
This Afrikaans language, which they call it Afrikaans, it's an European language. Now the government said you must speak this language and write it, and it's going to be your medium of instruction in all subjects. And the student leader, they said, no, we can't speak this thing. I can't do biology in Afrikaans because, to start with, I can't write it. How am I going to understand it? Government said, you must speak it and you must write it. The student leader said, come on, gents. Now, that's what leads everything to the 1976 riots.
But I think in 1976 was better. They would only meet with the army in times of real fighting. In our times, we don't have to fight to see the army. Tanks, Jaspers, thunder, chariots, or hippos. All these army machines, we live with them right here in our school. The soldiers have become the inspectors who patrol in our classrooms. They even study the syllabus. Sometimes they even forget they are walkie-talkie inside our classrooms. Tear gas has become our perfume.
Yes. When the teacher is teaching, you can hear that brrr, the tank grrr, grrr, outside here. Grrr. It's moving slowly. It was a tear gas from the street all over around the school. It was like that. So I was deciding to go back to Johannesburg and tell my mother, I will do everything that you want to do, but to go to school, no. I will never go to school because I've seen. How can you learn in the classroom when the soldiers are carrying a gun? Do you really concentrate to mistress or to the board where you are learning? The soldier busy running around here? I think not.
Hey! Check the line. Is she one of your students?
Yes.
Right. I must see you tomorrow.
Mistress, we must see her every day. Otherwise...
See, kids in South Africa are different from kids here because there they understand more. Because they get detained every day. They are shot at every day. They have experience, in other words, they grow. When a child is 15, when a kid is 15, the child has an experience of a 30-year-old person because they've seen so much in their lives. And a country which is in a state of war like South Africa, and the children are the people that are fighting. They are the army of the townships.
Okay. We have to begin the day with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father which art in heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed to be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us. Against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy
When I was young at school, when we were asked, what would you like to do for your future? We would say, I want to be a white man. I want to be a boss. Because we thought it's something they went through school to get it, they graduated to be the bosses, to be abobasi, to be white people. Because we knew that so as to be comfortable with your life, you have to go to school, learn and choose any kind of work you would like to do.
I went to their parents and convinced their parents that I would educate their kids. Now, first of all, in South Africa, with what is happening today, 3/4 of the children are not at school because of bad education, inferior education. Secondly, because of the riots that keep happening and the boycotts that happen all the time. So there's really, and the army in the schools in the township create a lot of intimidation so that children don't want to go to school. And if they go to school, they want to resist the army. So there's always, the war is going on every day. So, and children never finish school because of that situation. So when I came and said, I promised them education and this and that, they were very excited.
Could someone show me where South Africa is? Oh, okay, wait. Someone come up here and show us all where South Africa is. Where? Let me see. Let's see. There. Down at the bottom of this big mass of land. What is this called?
Africa.
You see, one of the reasons that I'm asking you this question, please understand, I don't mean to ask you very simple questions that you know, but I don't know what your school is like. I don't know how much you've learned in your school. So tell me about your schools. How many of you think that the education that you had was not very good? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you think the education that you had in South Africa was not very good, raise your hand. Why not? What was wrong with it?
They call this education to be made slaves of white people in South Africa. Why do they say so? It's because they want us to know Afrikaans or only to speak Afrikaans because the whole world is using English as the official language. Then they do not want us to communicate with the outside world, but they want us to be limited within South Africa, within their bounds.
Let me say, my English is not fluent, because of the situation that happened in South Africa. So I'm not blaming South Africa, but I blame myself because ever since I was born, I am spoiled because if I saw white men, I know that was the enemy, that my enemy. So that thing spoils me, Even whites that not involved about the South African political, but if I saw that man or that people is white, so in my sight, it's become that people hate me. So how can I make that people not hate me, but to understand me? We are the people like other people.
Sarafina, you take on the history class today.
Mistress, my mother works for this white man in Johannesburg City. His son is 1 year older than me. It's so interesting. He is also doing history at school.
History?
Yeah!
you know, when you listen to history, it's his story. He's telling us what he wants us to know. It's his story, it's not our story. Yes, his story, yeah. Our story is to know about Shaka. About who? About Stephen Biko, Nelson Mandela. Also, the children of 1976. Those are our heroes. Yes. Children of 1976 are our heroes, okay? Okay, we take it from Holtz. Holtz is our hero. When I say our hero, I came from South Africa, from Soweto, and I came to the United States as a political refugee. And before I came, I used to teach in Soweto, but until the uprising of 76, where teaching was very painful because of we couldn't teach our kids with peace. We had police and soldiers in the classroom. And when we tried to ask them not to come in the classroom, we were labeled as political agitators, as I was also labeled as a political agitator. Therefore, I had to leave the country.
You know, I tell him the truth. I tell him this school is a parliament of black students. Yeah. I tell him in 1976, black students rejected the language Afrikaans as a medium of instruction in all subjects. They said, this is the language of oppressors. Rich, fat, white people, they were sitting on top of the Table Mountain in Cape Town, drinking wine and speaking Afrikaans. One morning, our student leader, Tsietsi Mashinini, woke up in Soweto and said, I am done. What language is this?
Was anybody in Soweto in 1976? 1976?
Yes.
Heads. What you remember? Remember, you were in school?
Yes.
Were you really in Morris Isaacson at that time?
No.
Or you were still in lower, you were in lower primary? Who remembers the first child to die in Soweto? I want the name. The first child to die in Soweto.
Hector Peterson.
Hector Peterson. How old was Hector Peterson?
13.
When Hector Peterson was killed, did the police come and shoot in the air and give us a warning that we're shooting now, you can run?
No.
No, what happened, Tanti?
They just fired.
They just fired, point blank, okay?
No one knew what was happening. We were
Everybody
all
was
surprised.
just running
And,
wild.
Yeah. And the kids, they were just walking innocently, carrying this.
Yeah, the banners and
the banners.
away with Afrikaans.
And they were not even singing that time.
Yeah, I know.
They were just walking innocently, going towards Orlando.
Orlando Stadium.
Yeah, so that time I took a taxi because I was going to at DOCC. And on my way to DOCC, I saw Casper's, what do you call this? Motors, hippos,
yeah, all those things, yeah.
Hippos and all this ugly cars coming towards. In fact, I think they were already informed that there's something coming.
Course, yeah.
There are kids coming. And after that, you know, all of a sudden, everything just changed. Atmosphere changed. It was, the whole Soweto was just tense. And there were flames, smokes, and everything.
I remember quite well. The kids, they were not fighting. We were just asking for better education, right? And when the police came, not even the police came, who came? The soldiers, the whole army came for kids between the ages of 6 to 15, 18 upwards, right? And they shot point blank, and the first kid to die was Hector Peterson.
When I think about 1976, the first person that comes into my mind is Hector Peterson. Because he was brave spiritually. I can say God said, you Africans, I'm going to take this boy and put it in front of these people as an experience in your mind for your life.
the way they killed him is brutally. That's why when I think about 1976, there's that thing that Hector Peterson, let alone that is the first victim, but spiritually.
Away with Africa! Nelson Mandela! Nelson Mandela is a hero! Nelson Mandela is a hero! Nelson Mandela is a hero! We know their government is shit! We know their government is shit! Nelson Mandela is what? Is what? Nelson Mandela is what? Is what?
That day was considered a turning point in the history of South Africa. In other words, if you live in South Africa, you can walk around the streets. And if you've not been outside South Africa, you've only lived in South Africa, you accept it, that that is how it is supposed to be. And a lot of people had accepted it, that nothing is going wrong here. But since that day, a lot of people then understood that it was not supposed to be like that. Then it was the beginning of black consciousness in South Africa. And people started raising up their fists and saying, I'm black and I'm proud and I will fight for my land. So not only did it deal with Afrikaans, but it went into other avenues, like the fact of being black and the whole thing, which was started by Nelson Mandela and a lot of other people, Robert Sobukwe and Stephen Biko, of the understanding that they should be sharing the land with white people of South Africa, that they own that land. Okay, quiet. What we have to talk about here is what you can talk about and what you cannot talk about. I'm sure there are questions that come to you all the time. And you can say, I've been asked this. How do I answer that kind of question? Because we all know that finally we have to go back home. So you must always be careful not to say things that might be dangerous to your going back home, because you are part of that country, you want to live there.
There's this question they always ask: how did the South African government give you permits to, or allow you to come to?
That one is very easy. You just say to them, you just apply for a passport, they give you a passport and you go. You don't know why. And you don't want to, you're so happy when you get it that you don't even want to know why. What's the next question?
They usually ask us, what would we like the American youth to do after seeing the show, and so as to support us, so as to support the South African struggle?
You know, Tanda, racism is the problem of the whole world. The only difference is that in South Africa it's by law. You understand? You have to be a racist. I think all of us understand that if the rest of the world did not support South Africa so much, then we would not have had so many problems. If they want to help us, they should campaign to stop the American government, to support the Pretoria government, because that's what is happening. And also you must say that Sarafina has a universal message. So they have to clean their yard. I mean, charity begins at home. If they want to help you, so many thousands of men, they should start with Harlem, for instance, and help in Harlem. You know, and that will make a point in the world.
Jesus died for me. Jesus died for me. Have life, Jesus, because He died for me. Jesus died for me. Jesus died for me. Have life, Jesus, because He died for me.
In South Africa, even you know that you want to use the toilet, bathroom, or you call it bathroom here. Even you want to you use the bathroom, you can't because it's for whites. You black people, you don't have a place to you know. There's shops that you can't get inside because you are blacks. You are black, and there's other shops you can, but even you can. They don't treat you like white people. They treat you as a dog. They will follow you as a thief. If you are getting inside the shop, then they will just follow you and leave the white person to follow you. What's wrong with me? You just say, what's wrong with me? Why they are following me? Because there are many people just like that. They follow you so that they can hurt you. So that you are going to know yourself that I'm not good in this place.
My father was coming from the movies, and they stopped him and asked him where he stole that car. He showed them the papers, but they didn't want to understand. That's what they used to do in South Africa. They told themselves that, black man, where did he get this car? Because they're black. If it was a white man, they wouldn't do that. Because it's black, they have to ask him, where did you get this car? How did you get it? They beat him. They beat him. For his car. Just imagine.
Hey, Sarafina. We were there at Sarafina's home. They took her on Friday afternoon after school. We were just seated around the table. It was me, Teaspoon, Sarafina, and her mother. Suddenly, I heard a dog barking outside. I peeped through the window. A A police van with a German shepherd barking at the back had stopped next to the house. 3 white policemen were coming towards the gate. In my state of panic, I tried to alert Sarafina of the 3 policemen coming. But before I could alert her, those guys, bah! They kicked the door open. They were inside. Yeah? Who is Sarafina amongst you children?
I wonder what they will do to Sarafina.
I know what they will do to Sarafina.
Like my brother. They used to take him at home. A policeman came in the midnight and looking for my brother, and then they took him to jail and beat him. I remember last year they shot him, 2 guns, 2 bullets, 1 here and 1 here. They thought he was dead, but they just leave him like that. And then he came home late in the morning with blood. And then he told my mother and my father that they shoot him.
Me, I feel the pain when I've been detained at home for my rights and for my country. I feel the pain.
In South Africa, if you're detained, you either can be tortured, which is very normal, and so that they get some truth out of you, or they just scare you so that you are never involved again. If you're not killed, if you survived that. Or then they might try to turn you into being an informer, a spy for the government.
Of course. They had to detain Sarafina. We all expected that. That girl is brave. I've seen her standing in front of machine guns. She believes in the spirit of our ancestors. Never stop moving forward. As mysteriously as she disappeared, she came back from detention. It was like a party at school. Didn't think Sarafina would come back. We had seen people going for good. We had seen people changing after they had been detained. Others tend to be government spies. Set up! But Sarafina, she came back stronger. She came back with more commitment. She came back stronger than ever.
at home, there is that thing that even the police can beat you very hard, that you can say that you can't do anything. You just say, you just laugh. It's that you take the pain as nothing. You just laugh and say, ah, these police. But you know that you are not really laughing.
Black love.
It's a black laugh. Just say, yeah,
black love.
you just say, hey, these police. But you just pass it as there's nothing happening. You know, that's okay means a lot, because they beat Sarafina, and just say it's okay. You can go back to class.
It's a pity. Today, we are going to learn about the different countries. I'm gonna talk to you when you name, and when they call your name, you step out and give me the names of the countries. Oh. Yes, because it's a pity. Philippines, Angola, Magundane, Nigeria,
Remind me.
Venezuela.
Yes, Venezuela, mister. Algeria. Algeria.
Texas business. Texas business. Iraq. Crocodile. Crocodile. Saudi Arabia. Go. Stop. Libya means it. Libya. I said Libya means it. Gaddafi.
Move. What you say, yo?
Libya. It's a Gaddafi's day.
Communist. You teaching communism? The fucking communist.
She's not a communist.
She's a communist, yo.
She's not a communist. She's teaching us about Gaddafi.
In Soweto.
Gaddafi. In Soweto.
Hey, please. No. Nothing, my boss. Hey, you.
6 was a girl. Her name is Tambi. During the death of Mrs. Mqenge, they were running in groups. The bullet chose her and killed her. So I was very, very sad about her because she was a very powerful girl, I think, in her future. But now, she lost her life.
Children of God, bantwana bakaThixo, God has given, and the police, they have taken children of God. What has happened to these children is not the unusual. We know the hypocrites are watching. They talk too much. Too much. They have a lot to say in their comfortable chairs in the White House and the House of Commons. But when it is time for action, they all move back. All of a sudden, they remember that they are not part of us. Children of God, this business is dirty because it involves gambling with the lives of people. We are not pieces of stones. We are human beings with lives. Come on!
Viva, Capitão FIFA! Viva! Viva, Capitão FIFA! Viva!
Actually, I'm angry. Yes, of course, I'm angry because I don't think any difference between me and white people. There's no difference. We have minds together. We can sit down and talk. We can make something together. I can come with my mind and say, what if we take this in this way? Then he tells me, yeah, what if we take in this way? That's why God created a human being to be different. Then they can come with different ways to do something great.
There is no more hope for their peace.
People dying.
People crying. Poor people can take it easy.
Oh, children of God! I am. What is this army doing in Soweto? No!
I've seen things happening in front of my face. And I've seen my brothers dying. And I've seen my heroes dying. So how should I sit down? And I have to stand and fight. Then I will be free.
Since June 1976, the children became the leaders of the struggle. They took over from the parents. And a lot of kids, when 7 years, went to exile, crossed the border of South Africa, went into exile in places far as Northern Africa.
There's a guy whom I know as my big brother, but all of a sudden he disappeared. And I'm asking his family, where is so-and-so? They don't know, and they really don't know, not just because they're hiding the truth, because if he's dead, I'll know, or he's arrested, they'll tell me. But there are so many guys whom I knew, whom they disappeared. I don't know where are they right now. And that thing is so strange when you think about it, that where are those guys? How are they where they are? What are they doing? Are they okay or whatever?
Mama, 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 mama.
just do whatever. It's for my heart. I'm trying to tell that person that you've got to listen what is happening, and you've got to know what is really happening in South Africa.
This is a very special moment for us tonight because she's been away from us for 27 years. All these kids that you saw on stage today have never seen her. This is the first time they are laying eyes on her. Most of them have just heard of her, have heard her music, have heard their parents talk about her. And next to Nelson Mandela, for us, in fact, on par with Nelson Mandela, she's the biggest thing that ever walked the soil in South Africa. So today, I'd like to formally introduce the lady who paved the way for all of us as African people in terms of music, in terms of politics, in terms of hairstyles, in terms of political consciousness, in terms of anything. Our mother, our leader, we call her Mama Zenzi, Mama Africa, Miriam MAKEBA, and the As it is our tradition, right now we'd like our mother to speak to us. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you very much, everyone who has come to support this show. In supporting these children in this show, you are supporting us as a people in South Africa. We thank you very much. And you, Duma, Joe, thank you for all you've done to bring these children, whom I never thought I would see. And to you, please keep up the good work. I can maybe even die in exile today. But I'll be very happy. I will die happy knowing that you will continue to do all that I started doing, spreading the message through your music and your lovely voices to the world, telling them and showing them that we are a proud people and that we are, in fact, a struggling people, and that we will win our independence and we'll be free like all other people in the world. I'm very proud of you, and I'm so, so happy to meet you today. And ngithandaza abaphansi ukuthi babe nathi sonke. We will make it. Enkosi.
Umama uyajabula, 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 mangifike ekhaya, umama uyajabula, mangifike ekhaya, umama uyajabula, mangifike ekhaya, umama uyajabula, mangifike ekhaya, umama uyajabula.
Miriam MAKEBA is in exile. I was thinking that if it was me who was in exile, what am I going to feel? And what am I going to do at the same time? Because I think it's very painful to be on exile. It's like to be on jail.
Yes, I'll go back to South Africa. I have to go back to South Africa because it's where I belong to. It's my home. Yeah, I'll die in South Africa. That's what I think.
Solale maweni shayumoya, solale maweni, solale maweni shayumoya, solale maweni, solale maweni shayumoya, solale maweni, solale maweni shayumoya, solale maweni.
South Africa is nice because it's my place.
South Africa is my motherland. It's my home. It's where I was born. And even though I've never traveled a lot of countries, but I mean, it's the only place I've felt like I'm really grateful and I'm there.
It's deeply inside me. It's deep inside because I miss the home very much. I miss those fields. I miss those mountains. I miss the forest. How I missed South Africa.
Africa, burning in the sun. Somebody please carry me some water. Ships catching fire. Yellow smoke signals on the horizon. And the fire stations. Hey, hey. And the fire stations. By the rhythm of the drums, marimba melodies, the ululating women.
When I dream about Africa, I dream about my brothers and sisters. Those who are dead and those who are alive, and those who are behind bars, and those who are still praying that one day South Africa will be a free country.
That's what I dream about Africa.
We're only hoping for that day to come, and I think it will come, where everybody will have equal rights, where everybody will have a freedom of speech and a freedom of movement. And I think God and our ancestors will help us to have freedom.
The oceans and their rivers of their music will never run dry. Run dry. Music.
Tomorrow we are becoming to be a father of that land. We don't like to suffer anymore. So we want to talk together and make that land, that country,
Sikelela, sikeleli Africa. Manupa is to one way. Rapayo. Sikelela, sikeleli